that. Now imagine you have multiple teams working in multiple projects in a large organization, dealing with multiple applications. You can't do that with Studio, right? That's where you have TestOps. Studio is, for example, you create tests. You create Studio tests, either by the recording and playback capability or by hand or using the low-code approach in the tool. But you also have TrueTest to generate Studio tests. And as part of that process, you're generating a lot of automated tests, and even more so if TrueTest is also in the picture. But where do you manage all those Studio tests? You have to make sure that they are organized so that you can find them later. You have to make sure that they are properly prioritized for execution. You have to plan the executions. Where do you do that? You have to do it somewhere. And then you also have to run them, and then you have to review the results, understand if failures that happen with the tests are due to actual application defects, or maybe it was a problem with the environment. Maybe an API wasn't available, or maybe it was a problem with the test that it was not properly maintained. And then if it's a legit application issue, then you have to log a defect. And so you have to do all these things around a Katalon Studio test that obviously you require more than just Studio to do that. Now imagine you have multiple teams working in multiple projects in a large organization, dealing with multiple applications. You can't do that with Studio, right? That's where you have TestOps, making sure that you understand what kind of automated testing you are planning to automate or you're planning to do, where you're going to run those automated tests, whether you're running them on-prem through the runtime engine, or you're running them in the cloud through Test Cloud in real mobile devices or desktop browsers and so on. And then the TrueTest generated tests, where do they live? Well, TestOps is holding that so you can actually understand what's ready to run, what's not ready to run, which part of the application are they covering, which requirements they're tied to from a traceability perspective. So all these Katalon Studio tests, they have to be managed from planning to execution to reporting. And that's where TestOps comes into the picture to manage that entire life cycle for as long as the Katalon Studio test lives. So that's how central piece Studio is in our platform product. So it's really something that as we evolve the platform, we're thinking, how can we always optimize the way teams leverage those Studio tests to make sure that they continue to be easy to maintain and they scale across the organization so that everybody can leverage the benefits of the platform.